All right, my name is Lawrence Tam. We are ready for a Master Alliance training webinar. You've been invited here by a couple leaders. I know it says six, but we just like the number six. There's actually a lot more people part of this alliance, and I was asked to kind of come out and kind of do some training. Kind of how does a part-time marketer make the type of money I make, right? And maybe you don't know who I am, maybe you don't know my story. Just in a nutshell, I'm an engineer. My name is Lawrence Tam. I have a family, and yeah, I crush it in network marketing, in internet marketing, and right now, you should see my notebook. My notebook is called 10K Notes because this is some of the things that I'm teaching my teams on how to actually achieve that type of number. Now, 10K is just a relative number, and it's a number that many people seem to gravitate towards, be it because of previous jobs that they wanted to make 10K, or maybe they made 10K. But the way you really do it is you're going to notice that many people will make way north of 10K. I did. One of your goals actually should be making 10K in a day, which I've done actually on vacation. And we want to be able to pave the path in 2012 to give you that. Okay? So number one, you're coming here because you read some of our webinar invites, and one of the main things, just personally for my story alone, for my story, was the fact that there's a lot of stuff online, and no one really knows what to do, how to not waste your time, and when you're part time, you can't mess around. I mean, you cannot mess around. And remember, part time, full time, the objective is still the same. It's to make some money. All right. If you're not here to make some money, this webinar isn't for you. If you're here to pet some horses or go swim in a lake or grow some vegetables, there's probably many other webinars that will suit your interest. But the hundreds of people right now who are logged in on a Thursday night is because they're looking for a way to make some serious income, and generally it's maybe to supplement a job, maybe it's to quit a job, right? Maybe it's to put your spouse at home, right? Something I did last year, or actually 2 years ago. My spouse doesn't work anymore. Maybe it's to pay for college. I mean, yours or your kids, right? It gets expensive, right? And it all boils down to money. And so money generally is a touchy subject, but let's understand where money comes from and understand money is something you can leverage. Yes, I said leverage. You can actually leverage it, all right? Now, before we go into the physical leveraging of money and understanding how to do it full-time or part-time, many of you on this call right now, just like myself, come from a network marketing background. All right? And I would say 99% of us, 99% of us probably did it offline. Okay? So just my personal story, I started doing an offline network marketing in 96. When I did it in 96, I made some good money. I took that money, I went to the World Wide Web, started to build some more businesses, and it went to a lot of different things, bought a lot of different products, went to a lot of different leaders because I was looking to get more money, right? But I was using this money to leverage. Okay, now, you have to understand, this money came from a network marketing opportunity that I did purely offline. Now, one of the goals of me trying to do that was I wanted to see if I can take it purely online. Well, why not, right? Why not? So when I took this money, started making some more money, this is some of the things that I saw. And maybe I want to say the majority of you on this call right now, if not 100%, have experienced this. Number one, you have been sold systems. To do what? To recruit. Recruit. Recruit online. Okay? You've been sold systems. Or you've been sold, ebooks, maybe how-tos, right? Of some guy. We like to use the word guru, but I mean, if you don't understand what the term guru means, it's just a dude or a gal who seems to be on a pedestal telling you, hey, you can build this company, you can do your business, you can definitely do it online, it's so easy, just pay me $400. or just pay me $50 a month, or just give me some money, let me help you. And this is an interesting situation I came into because I believed all of it. And maybe you did too, right? I totally believed all of it. I totally believed, hey, you know what? That dude, if he can do it, I can. And see, that is where the story takes a interesting turn. Now, those of you who are online, it's kind of like this. It's kind of like a storybook, and I like to call it, it's a story that actually points into one direction. So you first come on, and depending on where your money comes from, mine came from offline network marketing. Okay, and it wasn't much. It was like maybe $500 a month, but that was money I could tell my wife, hey, I didn't take it from my engineering check. This is just money that we've had. We built this business. Let's recycle that money to grow a bigger business. And then you go into these trainings. And none of these trainings want to really teach you how to build a network marketing business, right? And this is one way you can tell. Training in a network marketing, the number one thing is there's a person here trying to sell you a system or a tool or a process. Does this person today still build a network marketing business? Now, this is a question you really need to ask yourself now, because you don't want to be like myself following people who do not actively build a network marketing opportunity. That's like saying, hey, I have 3 kids and they drive me crazy. And you go to a specialist that talks about how to take care of your kids. And then you find out they don't even have kids. What kind of credibility do you really feel in today's age with the amount of information that comes through, with the amount of things that change? Will this help you? No. You want to go to a person if your goal is to use network marketing. Now, why network marketing? Number one, it's leverage. All right. There is no more powerful thing you can do with network marketing than using someone else's money, their time, and their list. Guarantee it. I don't care what you do online or offline. If you do network marketing, this is the reason why. And if you're a marketer, you understand this. You want to use other people's money, other people's time, other people's list. So when someone goes, Lawrence, I don't have a list online, I go, well, shoot, why don't you go sponsor someone into your network marketing opportunity? Now you have their money, their time, and their list, which would then put what? Yes, more money in your pockets, right? In your pockets, because you're leveraging. It's not all about you being Superman in the center of the universe, doing everything and holding the world on your shoulders. That's not how we do it. So the process was, you come in through here, you find out that a lot of these so-called gurus don't even build an active network marketing opportunity. But there are some. And the one thing that I found, it's generally with the group of marketers. So why a group? Why not just one dude? Well, here's the deal. If you have one person teaching you everything you need to know about network marketing, how to recruit online, offline, how to generate a list, how to generate traffic, how to make conversions, how to build a funnel, you're only limited to one person's knowledge. All right? And we're always talking about leverage. Would you rather have one person teaching you everything or a group of people teaching you everything? Now, when you mix in this pot of gold, the WWW of the internet, which changes my estimates every 3 months. Every 3 months, there's a major shakeup in this. If you're not actively learning how to build a business, I don't care if it's online or offline, you're gonna really hurt your bank account. You're gonna hurt your cash flow. And so it all comes down to this something that we decided to do. And I decided because I was just sick of it. And one of the things was what I was sick of. What makes you sick is not the fact that you don't make money. I've made money. I get sick of my teams, my family, my friends. See, these are the people we bring into our network marketing opportunity or in our businesses anyways. These are the people we want to succeed. But if you're trying to tell them, you need to learn ad copy, you need to learn how to split test, you need to know how to use optimized press, you need to know how to build a capture page tonight. you are basically weeding out all these people and only probably going to get about 1% back that actually can do what you do. And because maybe you're a bright person, maybe you can do it alone, maybe you can, right? And this is this is kind of like a hamster wheel of what happens. Some person comes into this wheel thinking they can change the way it is because if they run fast enough this way, something will change. Been down that road. Many of my elite members and my colleagues have been down that road. And the one thing you'll notice is you need to see who the top 10 people you hang around the most with in terms of business. If the top 10 people you hang around with, and let's say even network marketing, the top 10 people, let's say you have 10 people here, right? And you're the guy in the middle. You have 10 people, and they all average about, I don't know, $50 a month, maybe $100 a month. Is that what you want? That's just a rule of thumb. Not to say it's set in stone or it's a must, but that, my friends, is a easy departure to quitting. I mean, it's you're just going to quit when you find out that the 10 closest people you hang around with, you learn from, you mastermind with. Yes, a mastermind, in essence, is when you have people have a two-way communication and learning versus a teacher telling you what to do, right? I know you've been through college or high school and you go, that teacher doesn't know what the heck he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? But if you have people who are an average of your 10 closest people, and let's say they all make more than 10K a month, what does that tell you? What if I told you you could possibly leverage those who make way more and they're willing to share? See, and the beauty of this is the people who did this, the people who I decided to partner with, to work with, we were sick and tired of the way checks were being distributed to our family, our friends, and our loved ones, and our team members. What's an easy tell? What's an easy tell of something not working out? If you look and most of the people do not have a comma in their checks or deposits, they're not making more than $1,000 a month. There's a serious issue. I've sponsored a whole lot of people. I've put in a lot of people into different organizations. And the one thing I've noticed is if you do not service your people, if you do not help the people who got you where you're going, that helps nobody. The reason we are in this type of business is to help other people make money. So, one of the cool things is, you're going to notice, we have come together in what we call the Master Alliance. Now, what really is the Master Alliance? And let's just go ahead and dive into what the Master Alliance is. I'm going to go ahead and pause my screen real quick. I'm going to throw this guy over here. And then I'm going to hit play. Okay. You should see my screen right now. 2012 Master Alliance. This all came from an idea, my buddy of mine, Toby and Layla. Toby's like, hey man, this is just getting out of hand. We're having too many people just not make it, right? We have so many people we invest so much time into. We really want them to make it. How can we do it? And we go, well, let's pair up. You obviously have built organizations in the thousands. I obviously have made money part-time. Well, guess who the majority of the people are coming on to network marketing, affiliate marketing, or even online marketing or offline marketing? They're part-time. So I go, well, what if we combined our sauces? Kind of like a super sauce. You know, it's kind of like going to the fast food joint and you're like, that's not ketchup, that's not mayo. Maybe it's a special mayo. Maybe. But we don't call it that. We're going to call it the Master Alliance because it's much bigger than myself. We started going to our friends and colleagues who do network marketing, who do actively build a direct selling business, build downlines, help develop leaders. And we're like, hey, we have we had this kooky idea of, what if we all work together for a common goal to actually help people make money? Actually help people make money versus just sell them stuff like you see so many other places. Versus, let's see if we can actually put a check in your comma tomorrow, maybe next month, maybe in 2 months, but not the stuff that we've been seeing recently. And Toby's like, you know what? I think you're right. I think you're right. So instead of having a bunch of people just pop in and say, hey, we've joined the alliance, I want to show you a select crew of people who have come on to this idea that if we come together, build a type of group that physically will show you the way to making 90K, why not? Why not? First step is we're going to try to show you making 10K a month. And we physically believe we can have many people do it in 90 days. Now, check this out. Right now, our Master Alliance is physically meeting. Yeah, physically. I mean, considering we're all online marketers, we have giant lists, we do our own webinars online. Why even meet? That is where the magic happens. So our first mastermind is going to meet. It's going to be in Orlando, Florida. And we would love for you to come down and see what real marketers do, right? Because that's where all the BS is cut out. That's where all the fat is trimmed. Pure meat and potatoes. Let me show you what we're all about. We're going to create a funnel. See, myself, I'm the #1 earner in one of our attraction marketing systems. Toby's the #2 earner. And we're like, well, this attraction marketing funnel is not a business opportunity. It is a way to get people to a business opportunity. But no one builds funnels for that. No one actually connects the dots. How do you go from an attraction marketing system that's a funded proposal that then goes into a business opportunity? There's a giant chasm there. It's a gap. We're going to create that funnel. And we're going to go and get a person. I believe he has 3 Emmys, maybe 2, at least 2 Emmys. He's going to shoot our video. He's going to build our content. And we were deciding, let's charge $2,000 per seat. See, people ask myself and Toby, hey, can you mentor me? I want to pay you. I'm part-time. I don't have the time for that. It's just not very leveraged. You understand? And the only way we would do that is at an event. And so we're like, hey, Toby, let's charge $2,000. Let's just get all the riffraff out. Let's make sure they're really, really, really looking to make some money. And then we're thinking, if we had more people, more help, maybe we can drive the cost of that down. Maybe if we had a platform, we would not even have to charge $2,000 per seat. And I'm like, you know what? I think you're right. I think you're right. So then we spawned the idea. I'm like, scratch the $2,000. Don't even charge $2,000. Let's see if we can get enough people to come together on a central idea of helping people make money, and forgetting the idea that you have to go buy someone's stuff that doesn't even build a network marketing opportunity. We're going to say, as a marketer, we're going to look online, offline, in trash cans, in dumpsters, in outer space. Where is traffic? See, we're not going to be one of these people who's like, oh, offline is dead. Oh, online is dead. No, we're going to be the people who are going to show you this is how it's going to be run. This is where the money is at. Don't discriminate. All right? So you can go ahead and cross that 2,000 out, because why? We've actually built the alliance. It's not just 2 people holding hands. It's a whole lot more. Check this out. So instead of drawing it out and all these different marketers, people who have thousands and thousands of people on their list, people who have more money generated in one day than I could possibly make in a month. This is some of the stuff that's like, man, I would love to work with you. Let's work on a project. Instead of just being a one-on-one project, it's an alliance. It's a huge amount of force right now. People who know SEO, people who know social marketing, people who do list building, people who build physical downlines. See, Tobin Later has built that. Built physical, thousands and thousands of dollars online. My name is Lawrence Tam. I'm just a dude who kicks butt online, but never had that special sauce of having a couple thousand in my downline duplicate. Carl Willis is an SEO specialist. I've seen his stuff all the time. If you Google some of the words I know you're going to Google, you're going to find him all over the place. Alex, I recently met him, I think in October live. This dude is a monster. I was like, man, I would really like to work with Alex on something. You're like, you know what? I think we can work together. And then Ed from Ohio was like, hey, man, we've actually met maybe I think it was 2 years ago we met. We had lunch. We were just talking. And this is where you physically meet master marketers. They go to events, right? besides all the crazy capture pages and the weird about me trying to sell you on something, you meet real people and we're like, let's just do something together. So even 2 years later, that same thread, let's see if we can help people make some money without physically just selling them stuff. Let's not be one of those vendors. All right. Franco Gonzalez, this guy seems to have some major pull. I'm just now learning about Franco because Franco introduced me through Alex. I'm like, birds together flock together. And I'm like, if we can get more people on our idea, this is where other master marketers will come and play, right? And so one of the major goals was, let's go ahead and make our attraction marketing system branded for one alliance. Anyone coming in are going to see, well, dang, everyone is doing this one focused effort. That's where the momentum comes in. Cynthia Social Cowgirl, met her live in person. She is a master marketer in terms of just getting that type of traffic to go viral. Nick Bramble, I believe he's number 5 or number 3. He's top 5 in the same attraction marketing system. I've been looking at his stuff. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Bo Bridgewater, I only found him because he's on all these leaderboards. And I'm like, and Nick knew Bo. I'm like, hey man, let's just all work together. Let's really just kind of get to a pact where we can join forces and work together. And Andrea, or I call her Andy, I've met her multiple times in many different events. She's full-time and she's also very similar in the same kind of fields that I'm in. And she's a master marketer and a lot of paid traffic. And I'm like, I would love to see if she can teach our teams that, right? Kelly Williams, this man of mystery, this man, I believe, has his own companies that do what we're trying to do. I believe he's made more money in his physical downlines than I could possibly imagine. So he has huge industry experience. Debbie Turner doesn't know this, but I've been on her list and I've learned a lot from Debbie when I was just a wee baby on the internet and I was attaching to leaders. Actually, Debbie Turner was one of the very first people I ran into, right? And then there's Landra. Landra is one of those leaders that we were talking, and she's just like, she's an expert copywriter. That's what she does, and she's a really, really good in paid traffic. And I'm like, there's a lot of people who could use what we know. Not just me, because I'm so busy. Toby's always flying all over the place helping his teams. But if we all got together, picked our spots, kind of showed you a generic funnel that went into an opportunity that could make you more than 10K a month, well, why wouldn't we? So that's where are you next? We want to see if you're actually got the stuff to step up, to actually do something about your life, to actually make 2012, instead of having 1 comma, let's put 2 commas in there. Instead of having 1 comma a month, let's put that 1 comma every 2 weeks. Every week. How about every day? Right? And this is where I want to come in and talk to my man. See, all of this is possible because we all knew, all of us have a background in network marketing because we understand the leverage. Now, the one person I believe you need to leverage, because he's built organizations in the thousands so large that in his companies, it's not odd for him to have almost half of the company in his team. That's what we're talking about in terms of leverage and in terms of leaders. I want to be able to bring out my good friend. I've learned so much from this man. He doesn't even know. And he might even hear some of the mannerisms. I mean, some of the way I talk has been patterned because I listen to this man so much. This man's name is Cedric Harris. Cedric Harris, are you here, my friend?
Mr. Lawrence Tam, can you hear me, my brother?
Oh, I hear you, man. I hear you, man. I just think we got something special here, and I truly believe if anyone can build leverage, it's my man, Cedric Harris.
First of all, let me step back for a second and tell you that nothing that I've been able to do in my past would not have been possible without leadership and without the right people. There's no one person that can build anything. That's why I truly, truly believe that what's happening in front of people's eyes right now, it's really epic. I mean, it's really, really epic. Do me a favor for 1 second before I even get started, Lawrence. Back my picture off of that slide for 1 second. I just want everybody to see this slide here for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, when you talk about the top 10 people that you spend the most time with, look at that slide. When you talk about the people that you really want to leverage and learn from, people that have the goods, online, offline, SEO, networking, internet marketing, affiliate marketing, all combining forces into one opportunity to build out a funnel recorded by an Emmy award-winning videographer to all converge in Orlando, Florida. This is get ready to be fun. Here's what I want everybody to do. If you could, cut off anything that could be distracting you right now. Pass me the screen real quick there, my man.
I'm going to pass it back to you.
Let's have some fun here, Lawrence. Cut off anything that could be distracting you right now. Your automatic income reducer, a.k.a. your television, your Skype, your instant messaging, your iPhone 4, 3, 2, 1, your BlackBerry, your Cranberry, your Blueberry, your Samsung Galaxy, your Facebook. Cut anything off that could be distracting you. You just saw a slide in combination with the slides that you're ready to see that could really, really change a lot of stuff. So eliminate those distractions. With that, let's have a little bit of fun. I know a lot of you on the webinar, some of you know me, some of you don't. I'm going to just go through this really, really briefly, but who am I? My name is Cedric Harris. I've been lucky enough to be inside of the networking industry since the early 90s. I've been full-time in this industry since 2006. That's my beautiful family right there. I live in the flip-flop state that we call Florida. I've been lucky enough to be a top income earner in quite a few different companies that are out there. You may have seen me speak at the No Excuses Summit, which was a little over a year ago. I was one of the featured speakers there, reviewing online, offline marketing techniques. I have a co-author book with Mr. Deepak Chopra, Jack Canfield, and Dr. Dennis Waitley called Stepping Stones to Success. I've been able to author one of the best-selling products out there on attraction marketing called the 10K per month Attraction Marketing Blueprint in conjunction with quite a few other products. And this was the number one-time offer in the history of MLSP. And I've been lucky enough to be inducted. There's a such thing called the Internet Marketing Hall of Fame from Direct Selling Facts and Figures, alongside people like Mike Dillard, people like Jay Kubicek, people like Diane Hawkman, and superstars like the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who needs no intro, the man, Mr. David Wood. Now, before I get into any of these slides here, I've got $1 million question that I want to ask everyone. $1 million question is real simple. Are you open to a new direction? Are you really open to a new direction? You see, I had to be open to a new direction and reinvent myself back in 2006 after being extremely successful in the mortgage industry for 5.5 years, making multiple millions of dollars, being in the right place at the right time, understanding timing. But I jumped off the Titanic right before it sank because I saw what was happening. And I had to be open to a new direction. Now, that was back 6 years ago. Fast forward 2012, a lot of things have changed online. A lot of things have changed offline. There's been a significant amount of consolidation going on inside of the industry. I don't know if you've noticed. So the $1 million question is simple. Are you open to a new direction? Because the mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. See, your mind isn't going to absorb all this if you're sitting there with your arms crossed. You must be open to a new direction, because I tend to tell people all the time, people lie, numbers don't. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to introduce you to the #1 health challenge on the planet. That will be including Venus, Pluto, Saturn, Earth, you name it. We're going to talk about a 6-plus-year-old company, not a company that started years ago, 2 months ago, or 2 days ago. A company that's been in business for 6+ years, growing extremely fast. A company where half of the top income earners in the whole company are under the age of 40. Now, this is not to offend anyone that might be over the age of 40 by a long shot. We just want you to understand that we are one sexy, vibrant company that's attracting people from all walks of life. We tend to have a little over 80,000 people per month joining the challenge with us. 80,000 people per month. Now, I want to put this into perspective. That's a new person every 20 seconds. Every 20 seconds, a new person is joining. See, people can lie, but numbers don't. Let me prove to you what every 20 seconds looks like. No, there's nothing wrong with your audio. That's what's 20 seconds. Someone new joined the challenge. You're talking about a company that has experienced 3,000% growth in the last 20 plus months. Now, if you are a stockbroker, a financial advisor, if you are breathing right now, if you've seen anything grow by 3,000% in the past 20 months, how can you ignore that? How can you ignore anything growing by 3,000%? You know, we've actually figured out something that most direct selling network marketing companies haven't even figured out today, which is extremely crazy, that people work for money, but they die for recognition. So in your typical companies where they put the car program at the top of the compensation plan, where you have to be some sort of superstar and recruit 10 million people, or by the time you could have got the car, you could have bought it 16 times, we put it in front of the compensation plan, where 25 people per day are qualifying. Per day. Not per month, not one in the whole company, not 3 a year, 25 people per day. We're giving away well over $25+ million a year in products, prizes, vacations, Hollywood makeovers, free cruises, jet rides. We're giving away more stuff than some companies are actually doing. And in 2010, we received the Direct Selling News Global Industry Turnaround Award. In case you haven't figured it out by now, yes, you're going to learn about the #1 fastest growing home-based business opportunity on planet Earth, ViSalus Sciences. In case you've been under a rock, which I don't think any of you have, because there's a gazillion of you on here, you may have seen us all over the place, being featured in magazines like The Advocate, being featured in Direct Selling News, being featured in Forbes, being featured in SoundView. Oh, the list goes on and on and on. Success from Home magazine, the only direct selling company that I know of that has their very own magazine. Feel free to go to Barnes & Nobles and pick up the Challenge magazine and the fitness section. The CEO of our company, #1 best-selling author, Mr. Ryan Blair, with the book called Nothing to Lose and Everything to Gain. Success from Home magazine featuring the $25 million challenge. Oh, we're in the sports arena too. Maybe you've noticed big-time people like Iris Kyle, 8-time Miss Olympia, Jenny Lynn, Lindsay Messina, model and celebrity trainer. How about Mr. Dennis Rodman, Mr. Roy Jones Jr., Hulk Hogan, Tim Hardaway, and the list goes on and on and on. Let's take a trip over to Hollywood. How about Mr. Steve Harvey, Mr. Master P, Little Romeo, Mr. Rick Hurst from General Hospital? How about Alfonso Ribeiro, Carlton from The Fresh Prince, Jeremy Jackson, Jessica Biel, and the list goes on and on and on. Now, who are the geniuses behind this phenomenal concept called the 90-Day Challenge? Let's start off with Mr. Ryan Blair, 34 years young, co-founder, CEO of ViSalus Sciences. At the age of 26, sold his first company for $25 million, been featured in Forbes, Wall Street Journal, Entrepreneur Magazine, and a #1 best-selling author, #1 on Amazon, #1 on Barnes & Nobles, #3 on the New York Times best-selling list. His right-hand man, co-founder, Chief Marketing Officer, Mr. Blake Mallon, one of the smartest guys you will ever come across inside of this industry, as he was building a multi-million-dollar opportunity, actually achieved three master's degrees at the very same time. Ay. And to round off this dream team is the man, the myth, the legend, the iconic Mr. Nick Sonicolo, co-founder, royal ambassador inside of ViSalus Sciences, but did something that most co-founders and chief sales officer wouldn't even fathom. A few years ago, Nick decided to step down as chief sales officer. leave his Beverly Hills plush office, go into the field as a rep like everyone else without a downline given to him, and in 2 years built the fastest growing team in all of network marketing that I know of that's doing well over $40 million a month in revenue and has created multiple six-figure monthly income earners in conjunction with the six-figure income earners and seven-figure income earners. We happen to have some of the smartest scientists that are behind our products. How about Dr. Michael Seidman? Voted as one of the top 1% doctors in all of the United States of America, a consultant for the National Football League, National Hockey League, National Basketball Association, as well as Major League Baseball. How about Dr. Stephen Witherly? Been in research and development for well over 25 plus years, came from a big, gigantic billion-dollar company that you may have heard of called Herbalife. And then we partnered up with a $1.6 billion per year publicly traded company called Blythe International. Feel free to go check out the ticker symbol B as in boy, T as in Tom, and H as in Harry. And to secure our future for super duper ooper years to come, Nick, Ryan, and Blake are the second largest equity holders in all of Blythe International, ladies and gentlemen. If that doesn't give you security of a dream team, I don't know what does. So what is the 90-day challenge? What is all this fuss about this 90-day challenge thingy that you keep hearing about, seeing about all over the place? It's simply a 90-day transformation. Over the next 90 days, you want to put on a couple of pounds of muscle. You want to shave off some weight. You want to trim your waist. Whatever the case may be, you want a full-blown transformation. Whatever your goal is over a 90-day time frame. It's a way for you to win some cash, cruises, prizes, Hollywood makeovers, vacations, you name it, and something that's easy, effective, and can save you money. As a marketer, a lot of people ask me, Cedric, why Vasalis? And I say, why not? Do you know anyone that doesn't eat? You see, this is not an add-on, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about a full-blown meal replacement. Everybody that's listening to me right now ate something today. And if you didn't, please make sure that your mute button is on so we don't hear your stomach growling. Now, the main staple behind the Vasalis 90-Day Challenge is the Body by Vive Shake. We call it the shake mix that tastes like cake mix. It's the only protein shake that you will lick the bottom of the glass. You didn't even realize your tongue was that long. The only protein shake that has 300 recipes. The only protein shake that you actually anticipate drinking. Now, for you to have the equivalent of one of these shakes, just one, you would literally need to have to eat a dozen of eggs, 1.5 cups of broccoli, 5 peaches, 2 chicken breasts, 1.5 cups of frozen yogurt, 1.5 cups of bran flakes, 18 ounces of tomato juice, 5 ounces of cheddar cheese, 3 cups of cooked lima beans, 15 slices of wheat bread, 20 spears of asparagus, 2 cups of mushrooms, 30 whole apples, 10 stalks of celery, 3 tomatoes, 3 pineapples, and 30 prunes. I'm tired just saying all of those things. That is actually 8,662 calories. For you to be able to eat 8,600 calories in one serving, let alone one day, you're good. You're walking around with a permanent bottle of Pepto-Bismol or your last name is Pacquiao. Not to mention that that's going to cost you well over $100. Ladies and gentlemen, that one shake is a whole whopping 170 calories at the cost of $1.87. Every single person on this webinar spent $1.87 on breakfast or lunch today. And if you didn't, you're still hungry right now. So what are the actual challenge kits? What can you actually do with these challenge kits? First of all, you have the balance kit. What is the balance kit? A balance kit is just simply a shake a day. You're going to get 30 meals for $49. You've got a shake a day. Each and every person on this webinar spends $49 on 30 meals. You're going to have one shake a day with the first kit that you see, the balance kit. The second kit that you see is the shape kit. This is for people who really want to start to lose some weight now. You want to lose 10, 15 plus pounds over the next 90 days? You get on the shape kit. You replace 2 meals a day, replace your breakfast, replace your lunch, eat whatever you're going to eat for dinner. Voila, in the next 90 days, you've hit your goal. The next kit that you see is the core kit. This is for people who want to get all the vitamins inside of their body, all the nutrients inside of their body. All of the antioxidants, everything that they want inside of their body, they're going to get that with the actual core kit. You're going to receive the Neuro. Our Neuro is an all-natural energy drink that you're going to be able to receive as well. If you love coffee, you're going to fall in love with Neuro, as well as you're going to receive a shake a day. Next kit that you see is the transformation kit. This is for people who want a full-blown transformation. You want to lose 30, 40, 50 plus pounds in the next 90 days. You get on the transformation kit. You have 2 shakes a day. You have the Neuro. You have all the flavor mix-ins to change your flavor. You also have a fat burner that helps you burn off all the unwanted fats. You're going to have a metabolism booster, which is going to help you speed up the process, as well as you're going to round it off with our Vitrim, which is our appetite suppressant. So just in case you want to sneak a little Debbie pie in the middle of the day, you slip that in some water, some juice. It's odorless, it's tasteless, curbs your appetite, you're off to the races. Next kit that you're going to see there is our newest kit. This is what we call the Fit Kit. The Fit Kit is for people who want to put on some muscle mass. People who like to work out. People who want to put on some lean muscle over those next 90 days. Maybe you want to put on 10, 15 pounds of lean muscle. You're going to get off ViSalus Go. What is ViSalus Go? This is instant energy. You take this, obviously, right before your workout. Okay, it gives you that extra juice. If you like 5-hour energies, you're going to fall in love with the lovely ViSalus Go because it has less goop, less sugar, and it's good for you. You're going to have the ViSalus Go. You're going to receive the ViSalus Pro, which is just like you mixing your own Gatorade. So in the middle of your workouts, to increase your endurance, to be able to work out longer, to be able to jog longer, to be able to work around the house longer, you get on ViSalus Pro, which is simply a powder. You shake it up in your water. It tastes like citrus, just that simple. You're going to receive different flavors of our Nutra cookies, which is going to give you the fiber that you need so you can put on that lean muscle mass, as well as you're going to receive a shake a day. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about real people with real results, ladies and gentlemen. Real people with real results. We've helped people lose well over 7+ million pounds in the last few years alone, as well as help people win triathlons with our products, as well as do all sorts of stuff. You know, we don't promise anything when it comes down to people utilizing our products, but some people have had some phenomenal results by getting on ViSalus products. Now, you might be asking yourself a question right now. Okay, do I got to be some sort of fitness nut to do this? Do I have to be in great shape? Oh, I get it. Do I have to be some sort of nutrition expert? Oh, maybe I need a medical background, MD, AD, DDD, something behind my name. Do I need to change my lifestyle? Or the million-dollar question, do I have to sell a bunch of stuff? I hate to hurt your feelings, but the answer is N-O. We only do 2 things at ViSalus. Either take the challenge or promote the challenge. So let me ask you a couple of quick questions. Who do you know that can stand to lose 5+ pounds in the next 90 days? Who do you know that can stand to lose 5 pounds in the next 90 days? Who do you know that can stand to get fit in the next 90 days? Maybe put on some muscle mass. Who do you know that can stand to improve their health in the next 90 days? Or the dumb question, who do you know that might eat in the next 90 days? Let's start off with the person in the mirror. You know, I was lucky enough to be in a situation of having 40% of a whole company in my organization, and I started to realize something. What good is having wealth if you don't have health? You've been wondering why there's been such multiple 6-figure and 7-figure income earners that came from certain industries inside of direct selling and network marketing, ladies and gentlemen. It's simply because if you think about it, what is the purpose of wealth if you don't have health? What is the purpose of having $10 million in the bank if you can't go out and enjoy it because you're bedridden? So how does the 90-day challenge work? First thing that you're going to do is set a goal and select a kit. Whatever your goal is, whether you want to put on some muscle, whether you want to lose some weight, whatever you want to do, set a goal, select a kit. Second thing that you do is track your results over the next 90 days. You may have noticed people on Facebook, people on Twitter, posting before and after pictures all over the place. Track your results over the next 90 days. We've got to adjust this slide, but I like to leave it there simply because it shows you what we used to be excited about. You know, we used to have $100,000 plus a year in free prizes and cases and giveaways. Now, obviously, we stepped our game up since we're going to be a billion-dollar company, and we're giving away well over $25 million a year in products, prizes, vacations, Hollywood makeovers, and all that good stuff. Now, here's where it gets fun. I want everybody to start paying really, really close attention. One of the biggest reasons that ViSalus has gone viral is because of the slide that you see right in front of your face. We've instituted the very first and real 3 for free program for customers and reps. So let's explain it to you. In this particular example, you decide to join the challenge, whether it's a $49 kit, $99 kit, $199, $249, or $299. In this particular example, it's a transformation kit at $249. You host a challenge party. What is a challenge party? Somewhere where you press play on a DVD player with your index finger and press blend on a blender and let somebody taste the shake and see a quick presentation, just that simple. You get 3 people to join the challenge with you. That's it. 3 people that eat, 3 people that want to get into shape, 3 people that finally want to deliver on their New Year's resolution for a change, 3 people that you know that are cool that want to join the challenge with you. That's it. You get 3 people to join the challenge with you, and your next month is free. Not 3 every month, not 3 every week. You maintain 3, your product is free each and every month. Maintain 3, your product is free. Now, the product tastes a whole lot better when it's free. It already tastes phenomenally fantastic. But I promise you, if you live in the state of Virginia or something, I don't know, if you went in the grocery store, Winn-Dixie, and you loaded up $500 worth of goodies, and they just let you walk out of the store without arresting you, I promise you that stuff will go down your throat a whole lot better because it was your favorite 4-letter word. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got people that are referring people to your company, to your challenge, just so they can get their product for free, and you're the one that is getting paid. In case you were wondering, does this work for representatives too? See, here's what I learned about being a top recruiter and top income earner inside of this industry, is that it doesn't matter how many people you can bring in. You can be a super duper galactic recruiter. I mean, you can turn around and bring in 600 people a day. That doesn't matter. What matters is how many you keep. The name of the game is retention. And ladies and gentlemen, when people get their product for free, they have nothing to cancel. And when they have nothing to cancel, they have no reason to quit. 25% of all of the reps inside of the entire ViSalus are receiving their auto ship for free. 25%. So if you're a business owner, and I want you to take out your emotions for a second, because this is how people lose money on the stock market. They get all emotional, right? And they don't understand logic. Look at this from a business standpoint. You're walking in with a built-in 25% retention rate, built in. You're walking into a situation where 1 out of 10 customers are getting their product for free. 12% of the entire customer base are receiving their product for free. 25+% of the entire rep base are receiving their product for free. Now, inside of this equation, ViSalus is going to pay someone. You see, you can decide to join the challenge and get 3 of your friends to join the challenge with you and get your product for free, and that's fantastic. But the person who referred you to ViSalus, they're going to be the ones that get paid the commissions. Now, I'm just going to assume for the sake of argument that maybe you're on this webinar because you want to make a little bit of money with the Master Alliance. So pay close attention to the next slides. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to watch the piggy bank. The first thing that you want to do is get your product for free because, again, it tastes better when it's free, for number one. For number two, you got nothing to cancel and no reason to quit. And you sitting on the go, man. First thing that you want to do is go get your product for free. Go get your product for free. In this example, you got 3 transformation kits. You just made $75. The next thing that you want to do is go out and introduce 3 representatives to the business, just like you're being introduced to it right now. You know, you heard Lawrence talk a little bit about leverage earlier today. You know, I used to have a sign in my mortgage offices for people that used to come in, you know, that were making 6 figures a year. They used to try to tell people that were making 6 figures a month what to do. And the funny thing about it, there used to be a big sign that said, leave your ego at the door. And when people started to leave their ego at the door and their ego wasn't as big as their bank account, they started to get certain things. They started to get certain things. Watch this. You are sitting in leverage right now. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of you listening to this webinar right now. That is called leverage. 3 people that you introduce to this opportunity, whether it's at a webinar just like this, being that there are hundreds of people listening to me, or it's at a challenge party, or whatever the case may be, 3 people join your business. Our payroll goes from Friday night to Thursday night. 3 people join, ladies and gentlemen. You just made an additional $300. Now your piggy bank is up to $375. Now you become what we call a rising star. What is a rising star? Someone who went out and got 3 people and a total of 2,000 in volume in their first 30 days. In this particular example, we teach you how to do it in your first 7. Just that simple. You have your personal position. You introduce 3 other people that came in at the ESS level. Now you're a rising star. What does that give you the ability to do? To override Vasalis for the rest of your career. You get to override $1 billion company for the rest of your career. Any week you enroll 3 representatives or get 3 customers that total $500 in volume, you get shares out of the enrollers pool, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you something. I had to become the number 2 income earner in my previous company to override the company. You get to override the company as a brand new person. The behavior behind this compensation plan is crushing. Oh, it gets a little bit better. Because you became a rising star, we're going to go ahead and double up that bonus for you. So now your piggy bank is up to $600. There's 2 things that people want to know when they get in the business. How much does it cost to get in, and how quick can I get my money back? I just showed you how to get your money back. We're going to talk about how much it costs to get in a little while. If those same 3 people decided to come in at the top level, which is $9.99, that's our complete top level. Ladies and gentlemen, you just made an additional $300. So now your piggy bank is up to $600. Now here's where it gets fun. Inside of Vasalis, all you hear is talk about is stars and cars, stars and cars, stars and cars. That's all you hear us talk about. Not because it rhymes. Some people think, oh, they say that because it rhymes. No, that's our compensation plan. We're not going to confuse you with AB, BB, DD, EBB, this leg, right leg, left leg, orthopedic leg, weak leg, the leg you never get paid on. We're not going to confuse you with all that stuff. Stars and cars. That's it. Stars and cars. So, watch. All you have to do inside of Vasalis is help 6 people become a rising star. Help 6 people become a rising star. Help 6 people get 3. Ladies and gentlemen, you become a regional director inside of Vasalis. Your volume is 12,500. For those of you that are networkers that want to know what 12,500 is, first of all, our compensation plan is dollar for dollar, meaning when someone spends $99, that's 99 in volume. Someone comes in at a $4.99 level, that's $4.99 in volume. Someone comes in at $9.99, that's $9.99 in volume. Someone spends $200, that's $200 in volume. No 50% BD, PD, DD. You sign up somebody at 500, you get 60 in volume. None of that. This is the reason why people are blowing through our compensation plan so quickly. The average regional director makes between $1,600 to $3,000 a month. At that point, we add $600 a month on top of your paycheck to go toward a black, silver, or green BMW. If for some odd reason you don't like BMWs, we will add $300 a month on top of your paycheck until you get rid of the amnesia and realize that BMWs are cool, especially when they're your favorite 4-letter word. Ladies and gentlemen, I was lucky to be able to do this in a very, very short period of time. My fiance, she has a lead foot, so the 650 on the left, that's hers, and she's crushing out this business, and I'm a big boy, so I got to have the 7 Series, and you've got a significant amount of leaders that are on this call that have crushed it actually in a matter of minutes. But maybe you're looking at the big picture. That money didn't get you excited. For those of you that are trying to figure this out, first of all, we create a new 6-figure income earner every 36 hours. For those of you that love the facts, for those of you that are wondering, why would the Master Alliance do Vasalis? Because numbers don't lie. We create a new 6-figure income earner every 36 hours. So let's give you a broader picture of some long-term money. Remember that we get paid 8 different ways, and we're not going to show you all 8 different ways on this webinar because we'll be here all night, and quite frankly, we might be prone to a lawsuit because some of you are looking at this while you're at work, and you might get up and slap your boss in the mouth. Just understand there's more money. Feel free to check out compplan.vasalis.com. But in this particular equation, if you brought in 3 people, and those 3 people went out and got 3, now you have 9. If you play this equation out through 8 generations, you would have 9,840 people on your team. Now, if all of them just got 3 balance kits so they can get their product for free, they got our most inexpensive kit at $49. Ladies and gentlemen, that is $72,324 in residual income. That's mailbox money. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, okay, yes, Cedric, that's in the perfect world. And there's only 2 guarantees that I know of, and that's taxes and death. So you're right. Let me go ahead and throw in my disclaimer. This is an illustration, not a projection. However, if you fail this equation by 90%, that's still $7,200 a month in residual income. If you fail it by 90%, you screw this up. Keep in mind that you're joining the Master Alliance. Now, if you run 9 out of 10 red lights, there's a good chance you won't make it to the webinar tomorrow. If you cheat on your wife or your husband 9 out of 10 times, there's a good chance you're going to be divorced and or dead. If you go to work late 9 out of 10 times, there's a good chance you're going to be replaced. You failed this equation by 90%, and you're still making $7,200 a month. Maybe that's not enough for you. We have over 30 people a month hitting the top position of ambassador, $25,000 bonus checks. 3-star ambassador, $100,000 bonus checks. 5-star ambassador, $250,000 bonus checks. As a royal ambassador, well over $500,000 bonus check. Like, who's doing this? How about a crown ambassador, $1 million bonus, and as a super duper galactic global ambassador, which we already have one inside of this company, how about the fact that you get a black American Express card? And for those of you that are looking at the slide saying, okay, Cedric, that sounds good, but verify it. In the year 2011, we had over 3,322 people qualify for their BMWs. Over 763 people hit the position of national director. Over 300 people hit the position of presidential director, which starts at your 6-figure income. 157 new people hit the top position called ambassador. 134 new 1-star ambassador. 47 new 2-star ambassadors. 7 new people that got $100,000 bonus checks, 6 new 4-stars, 9 new people that got $250,000 bonus checks, 2 people who got $500,000 bonus checks, 2 people who've already received $1 million bonus checks, and well over $12.3 million awarded in your super duper uber bonuses. Man, I love facts. So a lot of people say, well, can I do this? That sounds all fine and dandy, Cedric. I mean, I can't talk like you. Can I do this? Well, let's see. First thing that you do is go through a getting started training. Really, really simple. It's a whole whopping 13 minutes. You can conduct it right after you get signed up here shortly. Step number 2, you pre-party. What is a pre-party? That's just the act of inviting someone to step 3. Whether you're inviting them here to a webinar like this because you're using leverage, or you're inviting them to a challenge party. Step number 3 is host a challenge party where people get to check out the product, see the presentation, and join as a customer or a representative. We're going to provide you with all the marketing tools, the training, the personal development, all of your websites, your mobile applications so you can sign up representatives on your cell phone as well as customers. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do $1 billion this year. This company that you are seeing today is not a fly-by-night. The facts are there. For $29 a month, you're going to be able to run your whole entire business. But you know what? We're going to take it one step further. You know, most network marketing companies and direct sales companies, this is free money to them. They don't allow you to override back offices. We count the $29 a month as volume. Something that your team has to do anyway, we count as volume. How cool is that? Ladies and gentlemen, how do you get started? $4.99 gets you started at the ESS level. You're going to receive over $500 in products. That's going to give you $499 in volume. You get to qualify for our BMW Club. You're going to get the whole mentorship series, everything that you need to launch your business successfully from the comfort of your home. At the $9.99 level, you're going to receive everything that you see at the $4.99 level, plus an additional $600 in samples. This is one of those businesses that you will find out why we call it the shake mix that tastes like cake mix. You will find out real quickly why we have an 8-to-1 customer to rep ratio. 8-to-1. You see, ladies and gentlemen, inside of direct selling, you either got one or two types of business models. Your business model is focused on recruiting, or your business model is focused on customers. Very rarely do you have them both like you have here inside of Visalis. Now, we're going to give you a 30-day risk-free money-back guarantee. You get started in our business, for whatever reason, you talk to your Uncle Fester, and he says, you know, you're going to go to jail like Bernie Madoff. You're doing one of those pyramid things, and you believe him. Because your Uncle Fester doesn't understand that we're the #1 fastest growing home-based business opportunity in North America, per the Direct Selling Association, not Cedric Harris. Your uncle just doesn't understand what a company looks like when it's doing over $1 million a day in revenue. He doesn't understand. Your uncle doesn't understand that there has to be better lawyers than people like Dennis Rodman, Jessica Biel, Hulk Hogan, Roy Jones Jr., Iris Kyle, Jenny Lynn, Master P, Little Romeo, Blythe International, and the list goes on and on. They must know something that Uncle Fester don't know. But if for some reason you believe Uncle Fester, feel free. You have a 30-day risk-free money-back guarantee. You see, if we can do it, you can do it. We have average people that are winning for a change. Average people that are winning for a change, ladies and gentlemen, not people that are some super-duper gurus or they got to be able to do this or got to be able to do that. Average people can actually do it. But there's something else that you got in your favor, ladies and gentlemen. This is a little company called Team Takeover Marketing and Rockstar Marketing. You may know them both because they're pretty strong. I'm the CEO of Team Takeover Marketing, and Toby and Layla are the CEOs and engineers of Rockstar Marketing, which has helped put together the Master Alliance. Because, see, we understand marketing. That's one thing that we focused on. What is the key word in that word, marketing? Marketing. If you understand how to market, life is cool. So we're going to teach you how to do this in numerous different ways, online as well as offline. Let's take a peep at some of the testimonials. How about 45-day BMW qualifier Mr. Greg Napier, who also lost over 50 pounds on the Visalis 90-day challenge. I mean, someone who bleeds the Visalis 90-day challenge. I'm telling you, cruising around in his Black 3 Series. Duplication is the name of the game. 100% of the people who apply the system will succeed. How about Mr. Kenny Gregg? It's nice to be able to generate interest for my business on autopilot while I'm busy doing other things. How about Mr. Jim Chow? This co-op has made the biggest impact on my business, and talking to people who have a genuine interest makes this fun. How about Miss Sabrina Walker? I love using Facebook to build my business, and this system has made it super duper easy. So why should you join the Master Alliance today? Like, why should you get involved with all these leaders that are combined force, all under one roof? Let's take a quick look behind the scenes here really quickly, because I think that for the people that understand marketing and understand timing, that this is probably the most important slide here for the people that understand marketing and timing. Inside of Visalis, ladies and gentlemen, there's something sexy called a holding tank, whereas we have 60 days to position people. See, in Visalis, this isn't a binary. We're not talking about a left leg, right leg, orthopedic leg that has no kneecap, bring in the superstar and get penalized because they become your strong leg and you don't get paid on them. That's not the conversation plan here. You see, this is a unilevel with a holding tank, meaning you, my friends, get to take advantage of positioning. The number one recruiters in all of Visalis, out of over 70,000 representatives, Toby and Layla. The number one recruiter, the number two recruiter in all of Visalis, out of over 70,000 people, Mr. Lawrence Tam. Ladies and gentlemen, you've got some of the most elite marketers that are on this webinar that have come together that is going to allow you to get yourself positioned, but only for the people that want to play, not for the people that think that they get locked in and all of a sudden things are going to happen. No, for the people that want to come in and work, you get to be blessed, because inside of Visalis, we only build 3 wide, and that's it. So in case you were wondering, yes, we've all sponsored a gazillion people, and yes, everything's about timing. In my previous company, I sponsored 400 people personally at a $500 buy-in with 0 spillover. Mr. Lawrence Tam, I don't know, has sponsored about 30-plus people in a week. In a week, we build 3 wide. Ladies and gentlemen, for the people that position themselves, that actually go to work with the Master Alliance, are going to be taken care of, and you will truly understand what timing is all about. And I'm not even going to sit here and hype up anything on the slide, because it's the reality. This isn't the first webinar that we've done. Now, everyone that joins at the $499 level is going to receive access to our 90-day success training portal, which is about a $400 value. Okay? So right around a $400 value, access to everything that we've got going on. You're going to have access to our Facebook groups as well as our Skype chats, which are completely private to our team, and no one else has access to them. But for the first 10 people who really make the commitment, the people that come in at the $999 level, the people that are serious about building their business, we know you could be serious at $499 as well. But the people that really want to play, for the first 10 people that want to play You probably know as well, I'm co-founder of Drop Card King as well. We own a couple little things out there. We're going to throw in 1,000 drop cards for you for your favorite four-letter word. That's about a $97 value right there, so you can market your business. You're going to receive the 10K per month Attraction Marketing Blueprint, my 8-disc CD series, which slide is a little jacked up. I love it. Not to mention we sold over 8,000 copies of it, so I can get past the jacked up slide for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, to show you how to build your business online as well as offline, you're going to receive that for your favorite four-letter word. You're also going to receive my How to Close Anyone, Anywhere, Anytime product, which is a 9-disc CD series that breaks down personality types. It also breaks down all of your objections that you're going to get inside network marketing. One CD alone is worth the CD set. I also have a bonus CD that is simply all about the women divas of internet marketing and network marketing, ladies and gentlemen, that I've interviewed the top women divas out there. In case you didn't know, 82% of this industry is comprised of women. 82% of people in this industry are comprised of women. And if you don't understand women, you are wasting time. So what do I do now? You might be thinking, what do I do now? How do I get started? Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Master Alliance is pretty strong. If you were referred to this webinar, every single person that registered for this webinar, at the bottom of the webinar, it asks you who referred you to this webinar. We have a strategic positioning that we're doing here inside of ViSalus with the Master Alliance, so it's extremely important that you follow the next following slides. If you were referred to this webinar by Toby and Layla, the superstar rock stars Toby and Layla, go visit www.90daysuccessformula.com/Layla. www.90daysuccessformula.com/Layla if you were introduced to this webinar via Toby or Layla. If you were introduced to this webinar by the superstar, the man, the myth, the legend, the man who makes more money part-time in a month than some people make in 2 years, Lawrence Tam, visit 90daysuccessformula.com/Lawrence. Again, that's 90daysuccessformula.com/Lawrence. If you were introduced to this webinar by my man, Mr. Carl Willis, you need to visit www.90daysuccessformula.com/Carl. Again, that would be www.90daysuccessformula.com/Carl. If you were introduced to this presentation by my man, Alex, you need to visit www.90daysuccessformula.com/Alex. If you were introduced by Alex, 90daysuccessformula.com/Alex. If you were introduced to this webinar by the superstar social media queen, Cynthia the Cowgirl, visit www.90daysuccessformula.com/Cynthia. 90daysuccessformula.com/Cynthia. If you were introduced to this webinar by the man, the myth, the legend, the marketing extraordinaire representing the beautiful state of California, you need to visit www.90daysuccessformula.com/Franco. Again, you were introduced by my man Franco Gonzalez. Visit www.90daysuccessformula.com/Franco. If you were introduced by the man, the myth, one of the top internet marketers I've ever come across in my life, also an offline marketing machine that is kind of hard to even open up any home-based business magazine without seeing his face, Mr. Nick Bramble, feel free to visit www.90daysuccessformula.com/Nick. Ladies and gentlemen, this alliance is insane. 90daysuccessformula.com/Nick. If you were introduced to this webinar by my man, Mr. Bo Bridgewater, you need to visit www.90daysuccessformula.com/Bo. That's BEAU for those of you that are listening. www.90daysuccessformula.com/Bo. That is BEAU. If you were introduced to this webinar by the sweet superstar, internet marketing sensation, Andy Petoskey, you need to visit www.90daysuccessformula.com/Andrea. Yeah, Master Alliance. Yeah. 90daysuccessformula.com/Andrea. If you were introduced by my man, Kelly, the man, the myth, the legend, former network marketing company owner, someone who understands compensation plans and recognizes timing, feel free to visit www.90daysuccessformula.com/Kelly. 90daysuccessformula.com/Kelly. If you were introduced by that superstar, Debbie Turner, oh yeah, it's fun. 90daysuccessformula.com/Debbie. Again, that's 90daysuccessformula.com/Debbie if you were introduced by Debbie Turner. And if you were introduced by that superstar, Landra, the copywriting extraordinaire, internet marketing sensation, www.90daysuccessformula.com/Landra. And if you were introduced by the superstar, network marketing sensation, internet marketing superstar, my man Ed out of Ohio, you need to visit www.90daysuccessformula.com/Ed. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end this webinar with a little story. And I guess it's only fair that I end with the story so everybody can think here for a second. Back in 2003, there was a little company that did an IPO. Maybe you heard of them. They were called Google. And at the time, I was in the mortgage industry doing extremely well, managing an office that was doing over $1 billion in mortgages, getting paid multiple millions of dollars. And Google did an IPO, and I called up my financial advisor, and I said, hey, Dave, you know, Mr. Dave Nicholson at Morgan Stanley in Denver, Colorado. I'll never forget the phone call. I said, hey, Dave, I need you to put $500,000 on Google. He said, Cedric, I wouldn't do that if I were you. I said, why not? He said, Cedric, I was around when everybody else lost their money in the last dot-com bust, and man, oh man, it wasn't fun. Cedric, you get upset when you lose $1,000. I couldn't be around if you lost $500,000. I wouldn't do it. I just don't like it. I just don't think it's going to do what everybody thinks it's going to do. Really? Interesting. So I listened to him. I listened to my financial advisor. 2 weeks later, Google was doubled. I called up Dave and said, Dave, what do you think now? He said, Cedric, you can't call them all. I know how you feel. You can't call them all, Cedric. If I could call them all, I wouldn't be a financial advisor. I just would have bet my money on a stock or two. Called it a day. So as I fired Dave, I told this story to my former boss, Mr. Bill Edwards, the richest person in Treasure Island, Florida. And he started laughing, and I didn't find the story very funny. And he said, Cedric, you know what's so funny? When you guys get a little bit of money, you decide to go out and get a financial advisor. Well, the truth of the matter is when you had no money, that's when you needed a financial advisor. I have a question for you, Cedric. And I said, what's that, Bill? He said, how much money does your financial advisor make? And I said, about $500,000 a year. He said, that's interesting. I pay you more than that every quarter. Why are you taking financial advice from someone who makes less money than you? You should ask me. If I invested in Google, Bill, did you invest in Google? I sure did. Only put in about 10. And as I commenced to drive to the tallest bridge in St. Petersburg, Florida, the Skyway, and look over, I realized that I had keys and it wouldn't be cool to dump. But from that point forward, I vowed never to take financial advice from anyone who made less money than me. I tell you this story, ladies and gentlemen, because as you see me flicking through these slides, you are seeing multiple six-figure income earners, seven-figure income earners right in front of your eyes. And you have the opportunity to join a Master Alliance. And when you put all this all under one roof, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. We can't even, if we put everybody on these slides, it wouldn't even be fair. It wouldn't even be time for a webinar. Ladies and gentlemen, the timing is now. Whoever introduced you to this webinar, you need to visit their website as if the fire alarm just went off in high school. Whether it was Ed, whether it was Landra, whether it was Debbie, whether it was Kelly, whether it was Andrea, whether it was Bo, whether it was Nick, whether it was Franco, whether it was Cynthia, whether it was Alex, whether it was Carl, whether it was Lawrence, or whether it was Toby and Layla, you need to get started and get started ASAP, as the Master Alliance has been created. And boy, oh boy, we're already having fun, and it's only been a little over a week. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Cedric Harris, signing off in the flip-flop state that we call Florida.
Hey, Cedric, this is Lawrence Tam, buddy. Hey,
Cedric, real quick. Real quick to Lawrence. Yep.
No, just leave the screen on. Leave the screen on. I just want to say, in a week, we tripled in size. So we're going to have some people not on this list because it would just take forever just to flip through some pictures. These are just people who've made a significant amount of money online and had time to go ahead and put their slides up. But we're going to have some people who have brought in a lot of people and have done nothing in the past. And they're bringing in 4, 5, 6 people in a week, and they're like, Lawrence, this is just too easy. It's like taking candy from a baby. And I'm like, hey, bring them to webinars, leverage leaders. We're going to help you recruit. Just make sure the person who brought you to this presentation is part of the alliance. You got to make sure, give them a call. If their link isn't shown, give them a call right now, because you don't want to be left in the dust. Because what's going to happen in Orlando when we build this funnel, it's going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts. This is true momentum. True momentum.
Absolutely. And I ditto that, Lawrence. You know, if there's anyone that refers you to this webinar, for whatever reason you don't see their slide up here, get with that person, call them up. If they referred you to this webinar, they're a member of the Master Alliance. Get their link and get locked in ASAP so you can take advantage of the bonuses, take advantage of all the momentum, take advantage of being branded inside of a funnel that is going to be insane with the amount of firepower that we are putting all under one roof. This is like the Boston Patriots, the Los Angeles Lakers, the out of every number one team in any sports all together, all under one roof. Are you kidding me? I think that's enough for everybody. I think you got it. It's time to take some action. So with that, Lawrence, thank you for being the superstar that you are, for introing this webinar and giving all the value on the front end. And I want to say thanks to all the leaders that are on this webinar, all the leaders that are being featured inside of these slides, as well as all the people that are promoted for this webinar, and all the people that are already inside of the Master Alliance that have already seen some significant results, whether it's been financially as well as physically. So with that, I'm going to sign off on behalf of Lawrence, on behalf of myself, on behalf of the whole Master Alliance. God bless everybody on the webinar. We look forward to working with you all. Get with the person who put you on this webinar and get signed up tonight, because tomorrow we're going to be launching something really, really cool, and you're not going to be able to participate unless you get in tonight. God bless everybody on the webinar. I look forward to seeing you all at the bank.